Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, Craig here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Peter and he's selling his e-commerce and Amazon FBA business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. So welcome to the show, Peter, and how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. I'm looking forward to talking about your business as well. But before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of the business. It's an e-commerce and Amazon FBA business in the beauty niche, created in May 2014. The average monthly revenue for the business is $219,423 and makes an average of $73,510 net profit each month. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 49202 to learn more about the business. Or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So now that I've given a general overview of the business, let's have a look at what's included in the sale. So we have 2 Shopify storefronts, an Amazon Seller Central account with 3 SKUs, an email list with over 10,000 contacts, trademark, social media accounts for Facebook and YouTube, and it's important to note that inventory is not normally included in the list price, but further details can be provided to active buyers. Okay, Peter, now let's hear from you. Can you tell us a little about your background in building and running online businesses?
Okay. So how I got started was after college, I was just looking for a job, luckily able to get a job as an eBay marketer for a microscope company. I was able to get in there, figure out, how to get, the product onto Amazon, and was able to scale their business from 3 million in sales a year to about 26 million in about 2 to 3 years. After putting in work for about 2 to 3 years there, I figured, you know what? I taught myself this whole process. I pretty much created this formula on how to, list products on Amazon, how to sell products on Amazon. Why not, try it for myself? So 2014, I had my first kid and I decided to take that risk and started to venture off on my own. And here we are now.
Wow, that's mightily impressive. So what did you learn from scaling that business in your previous role, and how did you apply it to this business?
I went in there with no experience on selling Amazon. I mean, I literally, dabbled in selling items on eBay once in a while. And I went in there over the course of 2 to 3 years, learned the whole process, taught myself the ins and out. And I took the same concept and applied it to my current Amazon store today.
Okay, and how come you decided to go for Amazon as opposed to staying on eBay?
I think for me personally now, I grew up with eBay, but eBay has dropped off a lot in my eyes. It's become more of like a bargain hunting flea market, whereas Amazon, it's more trusted. A lot of consumers, they're probably the biggest e-commerce site in America, and a lot of consumers trust it compared to where eBay, it's more of like a big flea market type of ordeal now.
Quite right. Yeah, I probably agree with you on that point. So you started off on Amazon, then did you expand to e-commerce with your Shopify stores, or did you do it all at the same time?
I expanded it to it eventually. So Amazon has its pros and it obviously has its cons. Amazon is controlled by Amazon, of course. So I decided, one day, let's not try to put all my eggs in one basket. So why not start a website, domain directly and sell directly to the consumer? So, I read up on Shopify. I tried to figure out how to put everything together. And it took me about 3 to 6 months. I was able to build a website with a template with some help. And then we use Google, we do backlinkings, we put up some PPC ads, and actually it's turned out quite well for us.
Okay, nice. And through the Shopify sites, you sell similar products to what you sell on Amazon FBA, or what sort of differences are there?
Yeah, the strategy with my Shopify and the strategy with Amazon is 2 different strategies. So Amazon, we directly do FBA, meaning that I pay ahead of time to import inventory, and then I ship it to Amazon, and Amazon fulfills it for us. And then in regards to Shopify, it's straight drop ship. So when a customer places an order on Shopify, that order is automatically sent to the manufacturer. And the manufacturer at night will invoice me for the total orders of the day. I will pay them. And then the next day I will have tracking number and they will ship the orders out for me.
Excellent. Okay. So that's about the business, Amazon e-commerce. So how come you chose this niche in particular?
In particular, I'm in the beauty niche. Beauty will always sell. That's basically why I chose it.
Yeah, quite right. Evergreen niche, good a reason as any. So it sounds like you've got a pretty solid business here. You've diversified your revenue streams. So how come you're selling the business at this point?
I'm looking to cash out a little bit. I'm getting a little bit up there in age. So I'm looking to build a dream house for myself and my spouse.
Excellent. I wish you the best of luck in doing that. So if you decide to continue your entrepreneurial journey, is there anything you learned from this business that you will apply to future sites or businesses?
So I taught myself this whole process, and what I've learned and picked up and in the future can improve is, even further automate things, even be more hands off. Currently I'm putting in about 12 hours a week. That's not a lot, in the grand scheme of things, but if I could cut that down even further, it would be great. So, just further relying on apps to automate things, further relying on VCs to, get lots of things taken care of.
Okay. What sort of apps do you use for the business?
A lot, actually. There's, Autofulfill, where that's the app where it automatically shoots the orders to the manufacturer at the end of the day. And then they'll send me a PayPal invoice and, I'll just pay the PayPal invoice. So that's easy where, before, back in the days, I would have to go hand in hand, look in the order, copy, paste, and, have it sent email nightly. But now it just automatically shoots a PO to the manufacturer. So that cuts out at least 30 minutes, an hour of work, depending on the amount of orders you're getting that day.
Excellent. And you mentioned VCs as well. How do they fit into the business?
They help me manage my PPC ads. I am not that strong in understanding all of Google's, algorithm and how their inner workings are, and it's consistently changing. So I use third-party websites and VCs to help me manage my PPC AdWords. And if, let's say, I need to redesign the website, I'll use them for that, and just various other little tasks, editing pictures, maybe putting a video together. So it cuts out a lot of my time.
Okay, excellent. And when you were starting out this business, did you come across any obstacles? Was there anything that you're trying to grow the business that didn't work out for you?
Yeah, at the beginning, you're trying to I was trying to throw everything in at once. I was intermixing products, the store didn't make any sense. So what I learned was that customer who is looking for product A wants similar category of products on your store. Otherwise, it's going to be too confusing. So then that's when I learned to cut all the excess out, stick to one particular category, in this case, which is beauty, and just grow it with that instead of having beauty and auto and, all that mixed in together.
Okay, excellent. So what are your marketing strategies for product launches?
My marketing strategy for product launches is to send it out to influencers. So if I launch a new product, I will contact influencers, typically on Instagram, or I have a short email list of influencers we've used before, and just send them the product. They'll buy the product, either heavily discount them depending on what the product is, or if it's a lower end product, I'll just give it to them for free, and then have them test it, give me feedback, and then leave a review if they like it, leave an honest review, of course, if they like it, and they give me any type of feedback. That's how I launch my products.
Okay, excellent. And those contacts, will they be included in the sale as well?
Yes.
Excellent. That's great for a buyer to know. So you mentioned you do PPC, Google AdWords. So where would you say the majority of your traffic comes from?
50% is from Google AdWords and the rest is organic.
Okay, excellent. And have you, other than the influencers and PPC for Google, have you tried any other sort of marketing campaigns?
No, I haven't really pursued social media marketing. I have thought about it. I just haven't got to that point yet. I believe, if I pursue that avenue, it would only further help sales and generate interest in the company, but I just haven't really had much interest to pursue that route yet.
Okay, so that's a nice segue into my next question, which is, if you were to keep the business, what are some ways that you would try to grow it?
That would be the main way. And then also finding. So the Shopify deals with one main manufacturer, and they're consistently sending me updates on new products. Right now on the Shopify, we have about 300 SKUs. The manufacturer has thousands. So probably putting more products up will give me a greater net to bring in new customers. So that'd probably be one of them. And then on Amazon just have consistent inventory. We had issues managing inventory this year, obviously due to COVID, so inventory hasn't been 100% full all the time at Amazon. We would have inventory for 2 months, then run out of stock, inventory for 2 months, and run out of stock. So we can have consistent inventory on Amazon. We will have consistent sales there also.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about the impact that this year has had on your business. You seem to manage to still maintain profits and traffic. So what was that like for the business?
Yeah, I mean, the challenging part was that it had a little impact on my Amazon FBA site. When COVID hit, and we sell beauty products, so it took off. Like our sales in March and April at the height of in America, it pretty much doubled, tripled. But that also depleted my inventory because there was no way I was able to account for that. So then the whole summer I was out of stock, and obviously China was all off because of COVID. So no inventory was being made. And then we got some inventory back in August and July, and that sold out quickly. So I'm still waiting for my next batch currently. So Amazon took a little hit. I mean, I would say probably 30 to 40% inventory hit. However, Shopify, everything is drop ship. My manufacturer luckily was only taking probably, I'd say, 2 weeks to 3 weeks off during COVID, and they were able to fulfill orders for me. And our Shopify has exploded this year because everybody's been buying stuff online. And, the product we sell in particular helps small businesses. So a lot of people now, are out of jobs. So they're trying to start their own small business. So, I've seen crazy, crazy growth on our Shopify dropship site.
Excellent. That's great to know for a buyer for potential growth opportunities. So, yeah, I mean, over its lifetime, looks like the business has earned consistently, which is obviously very impressive for a business. What would you attribute that success to?
Just the service we provide. We're able to separate ourselves with that. Our pricing is very competitive to the competitors out there, and we also offer a fair and long warranty where it separates ourselves on why a customer would choose us instead of XYZ company.
Excellent. Yeah, those are definitely great selling points for your products and your brand. So if you don't mind going back to what you do day to day, so what type of work do you do for maintenance of this business?
Okay, so mainly the majority of my work on a day-to-day basis is answering customer inquiries, emails, general questions, pre-sale, post-sale if they're having questions or issues, and then just making sure my Amazon inventory is healthy and ordering, months in advance for that.
Okay, yeah, that's some great insight. So in a similar vein, what sort of skills or requirements are there for someone who isn't familiar with this niche or business model?
This niche or business model can be taught fairly quickly and easily. I mean, the products are not very hard to learn. We, over the course of the 6 years, have redesigned all the manuals. So it's very easy to understand. And we have many YouTube tutorials to help the customer and also obviously now help a new potential buyer understanding how to answer a future question from a customer. It's something very easy to learn and easy to be taught.
Excellent. And what do you think are the biggest risks with this site that a buyer should be aware of?
Risk? I would say new competition jumping in and just undercutting the price. I'm not too worried about it. I've seen smaller companies come and go. They last for a couple months. I mean, we have such a strong support system from the manufacturer themselves and just what we've built with reviews and all that. I'm not really afraid of competition, but you might take a little hit if there's a new competitor that jumps in and just undercuts everything, but it hasn't really affected me long term.
Excellent. Yeah, sounds like you've got a pretty strong brand presence within this niche.
Yeah, right.
So putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
This is a business worth buying because it requires very minimal work to have this business fully functional. A lot of the harder work has already been taken care of. Obviously, if you want to scale the business, it's going to require more than 12 hours. However, you can also hire VCs to take care of that for you and just delegate to them. Honestly, I mean, I'm only putting in 12 hours of work. A lot of that, probably lesser per week. And a lot of it is just answering emails, which is just something you can just do on your phone. So I'm not really even sitting in front of the computer. Most of the time, I'm just playing with my kids, helping them with homework, and then just answering emails when I get a chance to. So it's very, very convenient in regards to time-wise if you wanted to free up a lot of time, but yet run, a multi-million-dollar business.
Absolutely, yeah. So regarding the sale of the business, would you commit to a non-compete?
Yes.
Excellent. And how much support are you willing to offer buyers? Are you going for the standard 30 days of email and Skype support?
I know the standard is 30 days, but that's definitely something that we can negotiate. I mean, I'm willing to help the new buyer as much as they need help, even, spending some time wherever they're located, a couple of weeks or whatever, transitioning, or even they can spend some time here. That's always open for a negotiation. And, this is my baby. So I definitely want to see it successful, even after it leaves my hand. So yeah, 30 days, 60 days, we'll figure it out for sure.
Absolutely. That's great for a buyer to hear. And are you open to negotiating something like an earnout?
Yes, we can definitely do an earnout.
Okay, great. Anything else you'd like to share that I might have missed?
No, I think we covered all the bases.
Yeah, excellent. And sounds like you have a fantastic business here. So thank you very much for your time, Peter. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you, Craig. It was nice talking to you.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 49202. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.